Excel Module 4 project, Yummy Gelato Stores. Okay, this is a workbook that tells the manager, Lizzie, about her sales and revenue and expenses. First thing it's asking us to do is switch to the January-April revenue worksheet. You can tell down here we're currently on the documentation worksheet. So we're going to click, just like turning a page of a book, to the January-April revenue worksheet. Okay, this is called a stacked column, and they're wanting us to edit the January through April revenue. So we're going to select it, and then I always right click when I'm going to be formatting parts of the chart. Usually the very bottom one is your choice to get into edit that task. So here we're looking for a border and wants it to be a solid line border, and it's asking it for us to make it a blue accent 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First row theme color. Next, it asks us to put a border effect, which is a shadow, and we're going to choose the offset bottom. So there we go. We're going to close that out. And you can see that there's a blue solid line border and also a shadow. Okay, in the January revenue chart, make the following changes. So it wants us to remove the primary major vertical grid lines. So it wants us to basically remove these. So once again, you can right click, format plot area, and it wants us to instead of right clicking, what we're going to do to get rid of these vertical grid lines is we're going to select the chart, and you're going to find that you're going to get this green X, which is called a chart element. So when we click on it, we're going to get a drop down of all the different parts of a chart. So since we're working specifically with the grid lines, it wants us to remove the primary major vertical. So you can see that it's selected right now. So we want to get rid of it, so we're going to deselect it. And you'll notice when we deselect it, all of those vertical grid lines are removed. Okay, now it wants us to add horizontal grid lines. So we're going to select the horizontal grid lines. And you'll notice that now we have horizontal grid lines on our chart. Step 3. It would like us to update the primary horizontal axis. So the primary horizontal axis, we're going to locate that. Once again, we're going to click on the chart, go to our chart elements, and we're going to look for a reference, which in this case is Axis Title. So we look over here, we see Axis Title, and we want the primary horizontal. So we're going to select that. And when we select it, then we can close out or click off. You'll notice that down here, the horizontal axis title says Axis Title. But we don't want it to say Axis Title. According to the directions or instructions, it says it would like us to put the word months in there. So we're going to type the word months. Now it looks like nothing's happening, but if you'll notice, up here in our formula bar, as you type the word, it will pop up, and when you hit enter, it will actually appear where it needs to. Next step is it wants us to change the font to Verdana 12 point. So we're going to select it. We're going to come up here, change the font, and then it wants it to be a 12-point font. So we're going to do that. There you go. Okay, step 4, switch to the categorized expenses worksheet. So we are going to switch to that sheet down here at the bottom. There it is. And it's telling us it's a 2D pie chart, which looking at it sure enough is. It wants us to change the title of the chart. Right now it says chart title. So we're going to select it, and it wants us to type in January through April expenses by category. And you'll see up here once again, when I type, it goes into the formula bar. Okay, so we've added the title, January, April expenses by category. Now it would like us to change the style to a style 3, which means it's something that's already designed and formatted for us. So we're going to come up here where it says chart styles. We're going to open it, and as we roll over or hover, they're going to say the name of it. There you go. Which one do we want? It is asking us for a style 3, so we will select style 3, and now our chart is a style 3.
Sorry, I couldn't find any.
Okay, step 6. Lizzie can see that the ingredients, which is the orange slice, has the store's biggest expenses. So she would like to explode that piece or pull it out by an 18%. So if you click on it, you're going to see these little blue dots. That means that you've selected all the parts of the chart. If you click again, it has now just the blue dots selecting the orange slice. So we're going to right click, and this is called a data point, so we're going to click on that, and it's asking us to explode the data point or the orange slice by 18%. So we're going to click on the 18%, and as you notice, as we click as the explosion point increases, the orange slice actually separates or is pulled out of the rest of the chart. So there's that. Step 7. Switch to the profit analysis worksheet. There we go. And it's asking us to resize and reposition the cluster column chart so that it fits into the upper left corner within cell H2 and the lower right corner S20. So H2 and S20. There we go. In the cluster column chart, enter the title that says January, April expenses by category. So we're going to come up here once again to the chart title. It's selected. How you know it's selected is the blue dots. And then I'm going to start typing January through April expenses by category. You'll notice once again up here in the formula bar, let's double check, make sure everything's spelled correctly. And when I hit enter, it pops up at the top of the chart. Now it would like us to move the legend down to bottom position. So we're going to select the table. So they want us to move this to the bottom position. So if we select the table, we can either go through here the chart elements, which we can select legend and go bottom. And you'll see how it pops. There you go. Okay, in the cluster column chart, select the data series representing April. So if we look at our legend, April is yellow, so we're going to, or gold, we're going to click on that and it's going to select all the yellow bars or columns. And it would like us to change it to yellow. So we're going to come up here to our little fill bucket and it wants it to be a yellow color. There you go. Lizzie would also like to create a chart showing her monthly profits to quickly see which months have been more favorable. So in order to do that, we're going to come to our data table. We're going to select B25. Through E26. There we go. So we've selected the range B25 through E26. We're going to create a chart. You can do that by using this quick analysis, or actually you can go up and go to insert and then there's different chart options. So chart, and what do we want? We want a pie, but it wants a donut. So I'm going to use the other option. Come up here and go insert and look for the donut. Enter January and April profit as the title. We've done this 3 times already, so it should be pretty easy. We're going to select where the title is going to go, and we're going to type in January, April profit. Hit enter, and there you go. Okay. The last thing it asks us to do is to reposition it underneath the cluster column chart, specifically in location H21 and M34. M34. There you go. So that's the end of project Excel module 4.